Okay, guys, as promised, I just got done doing all of my business planning for 2020. I promised I would share it with you. So, here is a quick video on what my business, health, and wellness plans are for 2020. Alrighty, so first I want to mention that my business and wellness goals are going to vary so vastly from every single one of yours. However, I thought it was just a really good idea to show you how I made the presentation and showed you how I am breaking down my 2020 goals into a very clear and concise way that I can follow as each quarter passes in 2020. So, first, it's really important to break down the areas of growth that you want for yourself and your business in 2020. Mine began with healthier habits. I really want to get back into cooking, cleaning, exercising, and a little bit more daily consistency than what I have seen in 2019. Mindset is huge. I want to be somebody who is thinking on a velocity mindset, that life is a continuum and that there are goals to get to at the end. If you are somebody who you are constantly reacting to situations and reacting to negative speed bumps along the way, you are not a strong-minded individual. Business, I want to net $80,000, which requires about 30 transactions. Organic social media growth is huge in my business. I get most of my clients through social media. I want to bring my following count up to 1,500 on Facebook and 3,000 on Instagram. I want to highlight that this is organic social media growth. I want these individuals to be somebody who will be part of my girl gang, my cheer squad, individuals who are interested in the same services and products that I am, individuals who are interested in my services and my products that I offer. Followers are truly just followers if they are not engaged followers in an engaged community, and that's something that I truly want to build on and continue to build on in 2020. YouTube is a newborn infant. I just launched my YouTube channel. I would like to reach 1,000 subscribers so that I can continue educating and being a resource of knowledge for people on yet another platform. Podcast, this is something that I launched in 2019. I had a great start. I want to continue with that in 2020 and again, continue to be somebody of resource, someone of knowledge on another platform. It was something that really brought me a lot of joy and I want to continue on that in 2020. Healthier habits. So something that I learned when I was connected with a life coach a couple weeks ago, actually more so a couple months ago, we're already in October, is to pretty much categorize your goals into commitments. We have so many different commitments each day, each week, each month. Why not create a commitment within those goals? So for healthier habits, I'm committed to feeling stronger. I am committed to eating healthier. I am committed to positive body imagery. I am on social media so often because that is something that is a goal for me. It's really important to acknowledge other people's attributes, but still be very confident in your own. I am committed to coping with my anxious thoughts. I am committed to starting my day at 7:30. This circles back to my commitment for a little bit more consistency in my day. I am committed to better self-care and relaxation. This is something I truly failed on in 2019 and really want to give myself the opportunity to pursue this and understanding that work is one small aspect in life and that I am able to take care of myself, and I want to accomplish that in 2020. I'm committed to picking up daily laundry 1 time a week. This is something that kind of speaks for itself. Pick up your dang house, girlfriend. Mindset. I alluded to this a little bit earlier, but I am committed to a velocity mindset. This pretty much stems down into the second bullet point. I'm committed to seeing the big picture when a roadblock persists. Stop reacting to small items, small hiccups, small bumps in the road, and remember that your life is a continuum. It's moving with velocity, and to keep pushing past those times of uncertainty to get to your goal at the end. I am committed to projecting my confidence more. I am very confident in my ability as a real estate agent, and it's something that I just need to project outward a little bit more frequently. I'm committed to uploading one podcast each month to reset my mindset. Not only is this podcast under my growth, but it is also under mindset as well, because this is something that kind of relates back to me dishing out advice. And so sometimes I'm forced to swallow my own advice. I am committed to reading one book every quarter. It's very important to have hobbies and pretty much just side gigs that don't require you to make an income. So if you can have a hobby that doesn't really necessarily pay the bills, it's truly a hobby. So that's something that I want to conquer in 2020 with reading a book. I am committed to relaxing in times of anxiety. My natural instinct when I get anxious is to become a workaholic. Sometimes it's needed, sometimes it is very much not needed, hence like midnight. That's not needed. So if I can kind of squash my natural instinct to just start working like a workaholic and instead relaxing, it's usually what I need more so. Now let's talk about business. I am committed to financial stability. I am committed to my own independence. I am so adamant on nobody relying on anybody for financial independence. I think it's something that is so important for everybody out there. Therefore, I am a workaholic, like I mentioned. So I am committed to netting $80,000 in 2020. I'm committed to 30 closings. And I am committed to keeping better track of my expenses, aka QuickBooks. I want to streamline the tax process in 2021. I want to have everything so organized for my CPA. So let's talk about organic social media growth next. I am committed to cultivating a community of like-minded women. If you have a following of people who don't care about what you're sharing, is that truly even a following? I am committed to educating others. I am so passionate on educating people, being a knowledge base, being a resource for them. That's something I want to expand on even further. I am committed to sharing my stories authentically. I definitely try to share as much as I possibly can. Sometimes I lack on the real areas of life, so I'm working on becoming even more transparent with my audience. I am committed to consistent posts 5 times per week. I am committed to researching my audience and asking for their advice. I need to open up sometimes and see what my audience is looking for out of me, out of my product, out of my services. And I plan on doing a little bit more research as well in 2020. That's something I really have gotten surface level on in 2019. I am committed to choosing confidence over competition. I've touched on this before. It's so important to understand that, yes, there's so many beautiful people out there, but you are as well. You have so many attributes just like everybody else. Stop comparing yourself. And I am committed to being a resource for others. YouTube and podcast. YouTube is my baby, like mentioned. Podcast I've been doing for a couple months now. So I'm committed to continuing the education of others onto these platforms. I'm committed to inspiring others. I am committed to high quality content. I want to bring the content to your screen that looks great, that looks professional, and that is something worth watching. I'm committed to organization. All of these things are going to require a lot of organization and prep work, so I am committed to it. And I am committed to continuing to build a community of like-minded women across these platforms as well. So now that I have my commitments, it's really important to break down things into quarters. It's wonderful that I have these big goals and dreams, but how am I going to get there? We need to see the logistics. So quarter 1 is January through March. For Instagram, my goal was to reach 3,000 followers by the end of 2020, which means 425 additional followers per quarter or 141 new followers each month. How will I get there? I will follow and engage on 8 different accounts each day. I will post to Instagram TV 2 times per week, as video is huge on Instagram algorithm. I will continue with authentic sharing and continuing with my day in the life approach. On Facebook, my goal was to hit 1,500 followers. That will require 64 additional followers per quarter or 21 new followers each month. Super easy. I will continue doing pretty much everything that I have mentioned on Instagram, authentic sharing, day in the life approach, but Facebook requires a little bit of a different approach. Therefore, I will run a $20 boosted post for 3 days on each listing on the Tina Peterson team. So that kind of circles back because I will be posting and boosting everything that is listed in that area. A lot of times I get a lot of messages from people who are looking to take a peek at the house, therefore will become a lead or a client. YouTube, I would like to post 1 new video per week. As mentioned, high production and quality only. I want to have very engaging and authentic topics to myself. Business, I need 7 transactions this quarter, netting $15,000. Podcast, 3 months equals 3 uploads. Quarter 2 is April through June. I will have pretty much the exact same goals that I had for the first quarter in through half of the year. Third quarter is where it starts to differ. I will have the same Instagram and Facebook goals, but however, business changes a little bit. So how my fee structure works is after 15 transactions, I pretty much start earning more than what I was in the initial 15 transactions. Therefore, I have boosted my net profits for this quarter into $25,000. That's $10,000 more than I was in the first 2 quarters. And I have also upped the ante into 8 different transactions. And I've carried that momentum into the final few months of 2020, business netting $25,000 and 8 transactions. Eventually, that will get me to $80,000 net profit by the end of 2020. Okay, guys, that is a lot of goal planning. Thank you for joining me on the little journey as I talked about it, but it's so important to track our progress. It's really important to have goals and areas of like visualization to where we can see what we are trying to accomplish in life. Otherwise, you're just kind of blindly doing work and blindly, trying to eat healthier. If you have actual goals and actual ways to accomplish them, it makes it so much easier. So cheers to an upcoming new year, and I want to know what your 2020 goals are for yourself.